Hello and welcome to another Dragon Ball FighterZ video. Today we have a character breakdown for Android 21 Lab Coat. First, we have to abbreviate the name of this character, otherwise this video will be 2 hours long! There are a few good names out there, but for this video I'll go with Lab 21. She's an incredibly strong character, one of the most oppressive in the game, with a lot of options for mixing up opponents and a lot of safe moves with very little recovery. In this video we're gonna take a look at all of them and what they're good for. This video is brought to you by Incogni. You've probably seen me talk about Surfshark VPN, which is a way to browse the web safely while protecting your private information. But what about those times when you didn't use a VPN? What about the times that your information wasn't safe? Well, the folks at Surfshark now have a solution to delete your personal data from companies that may have collected or aggregated it. It's called Incogni, and the first 100 people to use code Globku with the link below will get 20% off when they sign up. Now, I'm pretty cautious about my personal data, so even though I just finished setting up my Incogni account, I'm sure they won't find anything. 76 hits? What do you mean 76? Wow, most of these are marketing companies. These are companies that are selling your personal data to show you targeted online ads, for example. You ever had a talk with your friends about vacuum cleaners and then you started seeing ads for vacuum cleaners everywhere? Yeah, it's these companies' fault. Every single time I moved to a new house, I had to make new contracts for electricity, for water, you know, the usual stuff. And every single time, I got calls from every single communications company trying to sell me their services. Incogni takes the power away from these companies and gives it back to you. It automatically tracks your information across all of these databases and requests that your information be removed on your behalf. This is something that would take me years if I was to do it by myself, but with Incogni, you have a simple solution and everything happens pretty much automatically. And again, the first 100 people to use code Globku with the link below will get 20% off when they sign up. And thank you, Incogni, for sponsoring this video. Let's start with her normals. First, her standing light attack is actually a low, which makes it a very fast low. Excellent mix-up option, and only the first of many lows to come. Her crouching light is also a low, in case you were wondering. The third attack of the auto combo is a grab, an unblockable attack, which is another mix-up option with select assists. Or just do it after a level 3 for the memes. All her medium attacks have 2 hits, the standing medium attack, the jumping medium attack, and the crouching medium attack. Standing medium has an extra bonus of vacuuming the opponent and auto-correcting their position on the second hit. Very useful for a lot of combos. And the jumping medium attack is so active that it's amazing for catching opponents super dashing or simply fighting it out in air-to-air battles. Her jumping heavy attack is also a very good button with a disjointed hitbox. This kick has very good range and it can even cross up when you're right in the opponent's face. Android 21 also has 2 command normals. First, you have forward heavy, which is an overhead that can be cancelled into heavy attacks, key blasts, specials, or the next command normal, which is down forward heavy. And this one is a low. Yes, another low. And it can also be cancelled into all of that stuff. In the air, her down heavy throws opponents sideways, so to finish combos with a sliding knockdown, she's gonna need to do specials. Luckily, she has the specials she needs to do sliding knockdowns. And she also has really good key blasts. The standing key blast is a 5 key blast flurry that you can stagger, you can just launch all of them, and they travel pretty fast. You know, it's key blasts. The jumping key blast, on the other hand, it is a 4 key blast flurry, and it has very little recovery. Very hard to punish, good angle too, it's a great zoning tool. With that, let's move on to specials, and let's start simple with the beam. Quarter circle forward and the special button gives you this very fast beam, and because it comes out so fast, it jails the opponent pretty easily into a vanish. You can cancel into this beam from pretty much any move given how fast its startup is. And I know the beam looks high, but don't worry, it will hit crouching small characters too. No problem there. Works on the ground, works in the air, it is horizontal only, you cannot tilt this beam. Next, with quarter circle back and the special button, she has a command grab, which also works both on the ground and in the air. This command grab is very similar to the command grab from the other Android 21, but instead of absorbing abilities, this one is gonna heal her for a little bit, similar to the Kid Buu or the Majin Buu candy beam. Not a ton of health, but it does heal real health, not just blue health. Moving on to her attack specials, first we have quarter circle forward with her light, medium, or heavy attack. This is a forward advancing key blast invulnerable lariat, and it works both on the ground and in the air. The air versions travel slightly less than the ground versions, but both of them travel pretty far. The light, the medium, and the heavy attack versions are all safe on block. So paired up with an assist, they can be very good tools for just getting in. The light attack version starts really fast, makes it really easy to extend combos with assists, but doesn't travel very far. The medium attack version does a small wall bounce, which makes it perfect for corner combos, and because of how far it actually travels, it could actually be useful for neutral when paired up with an assist. And then we have the heavy attack version, which causes a big wall bounce. If you're close to the ground, it gives you a very easy combo conversion that leads to big damage, because this thing scales super well. Higher up in the air, it's not so easy to convert into a big combo, but it can always be followed up with a Dragon Rush anywhere on screen. Next, we have a very similar ability, but it has very different properties. With quarter circle back and the light, medium, or heavy attack buttons, you also get a spinning lariat, but this one is not Ki Blast invulnerable. This one is an anti-air. It doesn't advance as much forward, but it moves upwards a lot better. And it's also Android 21's tool for getting knockdowns pretty much anywhere. The light attack version only does a little ground bounce though, makes it easier to extend with assists, but doesn't actually knock down. The medium attack version does knock down, it has a slower activation, but it's definitely her go-to combo finisher. Now, both the light and medium attack versions are a frame 4 anti-air. The heavy attack version, however, it's a frame 1. This is true for the grounded and aerial versions, so it's perfect for shutting down a lot of air-to-air battles. Sparking Blast empty vanishes, she just doesn't have to deal with any of that stuff. Plus, no matter where you do this move in the combo, Android 21 will pull the enemy closer to her, so she will always land right next to them, which makes it very easy to finish the combo with our next ability, for instance, which is a stomp. If you press down down and the light, medium, or heavy attack buttons, you get this really cool ability that picks up an opponent from the ground. The light attack version is just a small pickup, it can be cool for assist extensions. The medium attack version is a bigger pickup, and if you're close to the corner, it actually wall bounces, so you can use this for corner combos as well. That said, it's mostly gonna be an excellent combo finisher if you're actually throwing a super at the end of your combo. And then the heavy attack version causes a bigger bounce for a very easy conversion if used before any launchers. So if you pair this up with quarter circle back heavy, now you have a frame 1 anti-air and a big combo conversion from that with 2 EX abilities that scale extremely well. And also, this ability is another mix because it is yet another low attack. And believe it or not, we're not done with specials. She still has one more. Down down special is the barrier. She can do it on the ground or in the air. It is pretty much the same as Android 18's, but with better cancel options, since she can cancel into any of her special moves that we just talked about. And just like Android 18, she can also cancel into supers, and you don't even have to do the full motion. Just hit the shoulder buttons if you want to do a level 1, or hit back plus the shoulder buttons if you want to do a level 3. Moving on to her supers, she has 4 supers in total, 2 level 1 supers and 2 level 3 supers. The first one is the total detonation ball, with quarter circle forward and the right bumper or the right trigger if you are in the air. On the ground, the right trigger does a different super, which we'll talk about very soon. The difference between these two is that in the air, she stays in front if you press the right bumper, or she's gonna teleport behind the opponent with the right trigger. The super itself is pretty simple. It's an energy ball that she throws downwards. On the ground, however, this super has a little bit more to it because you can actually keep the combo going after the super is done. You can even loop the super multiple times if you want. Now, on the ground, the quarter circle forward into right trigger is actually another super. This is a frame 4 invulnerable super that is also an unblockable move. This cannot be blocked, you have to jump out of it. And it comes with a bonus effect that kind of defines this character. Hitting anyone on the enemy team with this move will immediately buff Lab 21's special move damage by 21%. At the same time, it will nerf the damage of the character it hits by 21% as well. The buff and debuff do not stack, they are one time only, but they are also permanent. Tagging out or killing Lab 21 does not remove it at all. And this is a really fast grab that has pretty much no recovery. It's incredibly hard to react to, let alone punish, and the reward that 21 gets from it is crazy. For the rest of the match, the character that's been hit now deals 21% less damage, and there's absolutely nothing they can do about it. Moving on to her level 3s, quarter circle back and the right bumper is a side switching level 3. It's her most damaging level 3. It's the one that she uses if you call her from the bench as a DHC, and it has an okay pressure on wake up, not the best. This is your go-to super, but because it side switches, sometimes you might want to use the quarter circle back into the right trigger. This super doesn't side switch, so if you want to keep the corner, this is the one you use. Just keep in mind that this one will deal less damage, and Android 21 recovers later, meaning the pressure on wake up isn't as good. Finally, let's talk about her assists. Her A assist is Savory Slicer, which is the Ki Blast invulnerable lariat. Only 20 frames point blank from the character, and it has a lot of block stun at 40 frames also point blank. The frame data changes if it's done further away from the character, but it's still a very good assist. The B assist is the Barrier Sphere. Not much to say here. It's a barrier barrier, and barriers are good depending on your playstyle. And the C assist is the photon swipe, the beam, which the frame data and the conversion is pretty standard for a beam C assist. And now that we know her moves, here are some tips on how to play her. Arc System Works has succeeded once again in making a unique character that is very fun to play, but also one that once again will be very frustrating to play against. This is a very strong and complete character that can pretty much play in any position on your team, but as usual, she will work better as a point character. This is in part because she deals very good damage, her buttons are so good for combos that she has the easiest re-jumps in the entire game, along with many options to convert from any situation. Her combos also build a ton of meter every time she touches an opponent, and on top of that, one touch is enough to finish any combo with a nerfing level 1 super that applies a permanent debuff to the enemy character. And the sooner you do that, the longer the enemy team will be nerfed. She also excels in mix-up with the amount of low attacks she has, with a sneaky command overhead and command grabs in the mix. This means opponents cannot fuzzy jump your mix or risk getting hit by a low, and they cannot mash or reflect your pressure or they risk getting hit by a command grab. Along with her very fast 6-frame low attack, which gives her very easy 50-50 mix-ups, and the jumping heavy attack, which crosses up evenly in the opponent's face. She has all the mix-up tools a character could possibly want, and that mix-up works whether she has assists or is just playing solo. For neutral, her tools are also amazing. From a distance, she can zone with key blasts or use her beam into a vanish, which jails the opponent, and with an assist, she can lariat to pretty much get in for free. Her jumping medium is a very active button, perfect for air-to-air battles, and the quarter-circle back specials, along with the barrier, are capable of shutting down most approaches. Android 21 Labcoat is a character that will definitely be seeing a lot, as she is one of the strongest, most complete characters ever released in Dragon Ball FighterZ. And that's the breakdown for Android 21 Labcoat. If you guys tried out the character, or worse, you fought against her, let me know what you think of her in the comments down below. And as always, thank you very much for watching. My name is Globku, and I'll see you next time. Bye!